Okay, good morning, guys. Can you guys hear me clearly? Can you guys hear me clearly?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. So, good morning, everyone, and welcome to another session of 123 Technicals. Basically, as we all know, we do basically what we can, technical analysis, and then we look at the fundamentals, and then see what setups you can going out of the market for today. Yeah, what important moves you can watch out for. So yesterday we had a very nice move on gold, and then we had some that did not really give us our entry criteria. But then I think the one that gave us our entry criteria actually as well. So today, starting with the fundamentals, we have very low impact news. I think by 4 a.m. we had NZD this thing. I think we just had like two mid impact news since morning, and then we had one by 7 a.m. Now it's the next one we have is around 1:30. That's PPI. That's around this thing. Check. And then unemployment claims. So have unemployment news, mid news. That's a mid impact news by 1:30. So you guys watch out. There might be volatility in the markets. So if you really don't have to trade this, then stay away. So and then put your stop losses tight. And if you are holding any positions then and you are in profits, just move all your listing, all your positions to break even. So now let's take a look at the charts. Okay, so we'll start with ADSD and look at what's happening. As we all know, the 4H is already bearish. We already established this on Monday. No, on Tuesday. We already established this on Tuesday. And then on the 4H, we just broke the range, the previous range we had from this point here, this range here. We just broke it to the downside now. Now we have kind of like a new range, which is this one. So I'll be moving my drop another Fibonacci from top to the bottom. So now let's drop to our 1H and then look for and see what the market is currently doing. So now if we take a look at this critically, yeah, we had this whole whipsaw yesterday in the market. This whole whipsaw yesterday. We had a bearish move after the bearish candle, a bullish candle. So we then broke structure after that. And this is like our range. Yeah. And let's see if we can catch anything inside our golden ratio area. I don't think this down move has already completed yet. So I feel price is still going to push down before we start seeing any retracements. Yeah, because there's nothing really, my golden ratio to not really catch anything structural. Because if you see this point here, this is an important part for me. This is an area I would like to consider as a supply zone. And then it's not inside my golden ratio. So I feel price will actually want to push down a bit. Price will likely want to push down a bit. Push down a bit before we actually will start seeing that retracement, so that this area will be inside of the golden ratio. Most times it does that. So let's just pay attention to that. That's basically my take on ADSD. Right now, I don't have anything on ADSD, anything special on ADSD. So I would like to see more price action happen on ADSD before I can take any decisions. But then this point here, this area here, let me change this. Let me highlight this to the 1H. change the 1 hour. So now this area here, even if price doesn't retrace a bit before what, I mean, even if price doesn't want to push down a bit before starting that retracement, once I see price inside this area, I'd like to, I'll actually jump on my entry time frame and see if I can see any signs of a reversal from there to what catch that sell. Because this is actually what a bearish market, and what I'll be looking for is what sells, not buys. So I would like to, if I see price inside this area, anytime I see it, then I would actually look for those cells. Then let's take a look at NZD. I think it's almost going to be. Is anyone saying something?
Yes, actually.
Okay, I'm listening.
On the AUD NZD.
No, it's
AUD. Sorry, AUD USD rather. Sorry.
Okay.
How do you determine your stop losses?
My stop losses. My stop losses. I have different ways of determining my stop loss. It depends on.
Because
it depends on the kind of entry I'm using. Do you understand?
Okay. Okay, so let me share my experiences.
Let me explain something. Let me explain something. Yeah, okay, let's say we had this whole setup yesterday. There was one setup we had the other day.
It was last week, I think.
No, it was on Tuesday. We had this setup on Tuesday. Let me replay this and show you guys. We had this whole setup that I told you guys that we dropped to our 15 minutes, and then I told you guys that you should actually wait for the retest at the neckline because price broke structure. Do you understand? So now, if I'm going to enter this trade, most times when I enter trades like this one, to be on the safer side, I know that as long as price is below this high here, do you understand? This market is still bearish. Do you understand? And my bias is still valid. So if I'm going to take any trade at this point here, I'm going to put my stop loss above that area. Do you understand? Above this area here. So that anytime price gets here, I know that this setup is no more valid. Do you understand? So I put my stop losses at areas where I would be convinced anytime price gets there. Do you understand? It's not something that, okay, well, I'll put my stop loss here because I'm aiming for a tighter stop loss. I put my stop loss here. Then price comes to take me out. Then I'm like, okay, price is still within this range. And then I see another thing that looks like this thing, like an entry criteria. Then I move I make another entry, and then I put my stop loss again tight. And then price ends up taking me out like 4 times before making the move. Do you understand? At the end of the day, I end up not being profitable. Do you understand? So I actually was aiming for that wider stop loss as much. Because now, this gives me confidence. Anytime price stays within this stop loss area here, I don't panic towards whether I should close the trade or not. I know that anytime price crosses above this point, then this setup is not valid again. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that's basically how I set my stop losses. I set them as safe zones.
Okay, thank you.
But do you understand the analysis I have on this AUD USD this morning? Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go to NZD USD and see if we have anything special. Just like AUD USD, we already established that the 4H was what's bearish. Take a look at the 4H. It's actually bearish. And just like AUD USD, we have created another range. So if we drop our fee, let's drop our fee from the top to the bottom. So change it to 3. Good. Let's go to the 1H and look for anything special. Okay. Honestly, I think it's the same thing with AUD USD. This is an area of interest for me. This is supply zone, and that supply zone is not inside my golden ratio. So I would like to see, but if I see price gets here, I'll actually take this sell. So that's an area I'll be watching out for. But as it's not inside my golden ratio, then it's not giving me added confidence yet. So I would like to see more price action to the downside first before that move to the upside.
So your golden ratio is 0.5.
The golden ratio is basically 0.5 and 0.6. If you check most retracements that happen in the market, they always stop within that golden ratio. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, that's why they call it the golden ratio. It's like the highest probable place price can retrace and stop on the Fibonacci. Understand? So
And
now,
it's the same. Is it the same thing as mitigation?
I don't really know.
One of the videos that I watched here
yes,
was explaining the reason for mitigation. The way banks trade.
Okay.
They don't trade like we do. So once price breaks a zone, price is likely to return back to that zone, so that the people trading on the opposite direction can either close in little loss or no loss at all.
Okay. It's not the same thing as mitigation. It's just, I think it's basically, you can explain it that it's a place where price, if it's for a sell, it's like a high price to actually sell from. It's a better price to sell from, and it's a cheaper price to actually buy from. Do you understand? Because anytime an impulsive move happens here, like I said, the banks don't put all their positions at once. Do you understand? They actually the market is actually going to retrace back for them to add more positions. Do you get? And they are not going to add those positions at a price. Okay, if it's a sell, they are not going to add it at a low price. They will actually add it at a high price, so they can have that massive sell. Do you understand? That sell, like they can have that sell go for a while. Do you understand? Okay. I don't know. Because now, if you're a seller here, honestly, if you're selling things in the market, you wouldn't actually want to sell at a low price. You actually want to sell at a high price. Same thing with the buy. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Do you get? So I think that's another reason why they call this place demand and supply zones. Do you understand? Because anytime this place is ratio, yeah, price most likely reacts from here. Do you understand? Because this is basically an area. This is like the most. Like the last recent area where both buyers and sellers had like tug of war. That's how to explain in layman terms. I really don't understand the story behind supply and demand zones. It's not my thing, but then I factor it inside. Like I take note of them anytime I'm trading. But anyhow, I would make more research on it and understand the philosophy behind it, because that helps you understand it anytime you're using it. I just use it for added confirmation. So anyhow, I still make research on it. So let's take a look at Euro USD first. What is Euro USD first? Oh, this 7 o'clock stuff. Okay, now it's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. Wow. Okay, this was the analysis I had on Euro USD yesterday. I told you guys this top and this point here, but then it actually reacted from the top. Anyhow, let's clear this. It not even give us any entry confirmation. All these pairs are, let's take a look at the 4H. On the 4H here, if you look at it critically, we're having something like a shift in market structure or a double top. Yeah. If you look at it critically, how this will slow. Or a triple top rather, not a double top. So we'll take a look at this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So basically we have what? And then it's like stopping. Basically, we're supposed to look for our bias on this time frame. So our bias is actually bearish. Do you understand?
There's something I found on that candlestick there.
Which one?
The last one before the one taking it down now.
Yep.
On the 4 hours.
Okay.
And on the 1 hour, that's white candle you're showing us. The last one before the recent candle, the most recent one.
This one?
No. The recent one, yes, that one.
Okay.
Now, if you go down to the 4-hour time frame, if you can look back in charts, you see that once go to the 4-hour time frame. Okay. Yeah, the red one. Not the long one, the one before this one currently.
Yes,
that
one. Yeah.
If you if you check prices every time price forms like this, regardless of the color, either bullish or there's
There
always
is.
an impulse.
Yes, yes, yes. Anyhow, the thing is, yeah, let's wait for this impulsive move to finish. Let's wait for this 8 o'clock candle to finish and let's see how it's going to close. I think I like seeing these kind of things because I'll capitalize on the retracements. I would love to see that retracement come into this area. It's that whole deep, this thing that I was talking about. I think if you check NZD and AUD now, NZD and AUD2 making almost the same thing. Let me see why this guy's following my hand like this. I want to tell you guys something, yeah? Sorry, I forgot. You guys can actually, if you see a shift in market structure now, yeah, on your entry time frame, these are 15 minutes, yeah. If you see something like this, and price comes to take out this high here, this lower high here, do you understand? What you watch out for is what that retracement and then a continuation to the upside. So if you see something like that, yeah, take a buy like this. In as much as we are in the sell market, take that buy like this. Drop your stop loss just below this low here, and then you can just target this area here for a 1.7. It's not a much RR, but you can target it if you want to be ambitious. So that's how I'm going to be looking at it again. Let's take a look at. I think this thing, NZD will be doing the same thing. So it's the same thing like NZD. You guys can watch out for it. Once you see that shift in market structure, yeah, once you see that shift, you wait for the retest and then you jump on it. So that's another way you guys can. That's another way you guys can look at it. So let's continue Euro USD. I told you guys, let's watch out for this one. Let's see how this candlestick is going to close. I hate making conclusions before this kind of impulsive candlestick close because it still has like 42 minutes. This candlestick just opened. Still have like 42 minutes before it closes. So a lot of things can happen. So for now, I'm sitting out on Euro USD, but then this is my area of importance. This is my area of interest, anyhow you want to call it. Let's go to GBP USD.
Do you use like limit orders?
Yes, I use them when I'm doing aggressive entries. I normally use them sell limits, sell or buy limits. I don't use what's the other one called against stops. I hardly use stops.
Why I'm saying this is because most of the bad trades that I've experienced, I use limit, and is either it takes me out too well, maybe because I'm using too much of a tight stop losses.
Yes,
I don't know.
If you're using one thing with limit orders, because you don't know how price is going to behave for certain. Yeah. You have not even seen your entry criteria, so always put your stop losses at areas of places at safe zones. Do you understand? Places where if price gets, you know that okay, the setup that did not work. And honestly, if your setup doesn't work, it's fine. Do you understand? And it's one thing with mastering your strategy. If aggressive entries are not working on strategy, then we adjust and start taking what's conservative entries. Start waiting for those confirmations. Do you get before you enter? Don't rush. Even if a setup comes and then you don't set that limit order and then it maybe goes without giving you a confirmation. Don't worry, another setup is going to come. A lot of setups are going to come that will give you confirmations before they entries. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So now, yeah, let's take a look at GBP USD. So I think it's GBP USD that is actually doing something sweet. Yeah. If we look at GBP USD critically, yeah, this whipsaw that we had. Let me look at this on the line chart instead. So if you look at it on the line chart, you can see that this is basically like what a double top. Do you understand? And then what? We've had that break of structure. So now, what do we expect next is what that retracement to the neckline. And the neckline is here. Do you understand? And if you drop your Fibonacci from this top to the bottom here, you see that neckline is inside our area of inside our golden ratio. Change this to future to go to trust. You see that it's actually inside. Do you get? So I think it's only GBP that gives me that confidence. But I would still like to. I'm not going to enter anything aggressive. I actually want to see how price will behave inside this area before I say I want to take any entries. Do you guys understand? So I think throughout today, I've not given you guys any aggressive entry, conservative entries. All the areas of interest, just highlight them and watch how price will get inside that. Okay, I've analyzed all my pairs. You guys can start. You guys can ask questions and then drop suggestions. Pairs you want me to take a look at before end the session. I have 10 minutes remaining. Any questions? Any pairs you want me to look at?
Yeah, good morning. Can you hear me?
I hear you. I'm hearing you.
Please, I would like you to help me analyze gold.
Gold. Okay, let's take a
Yeah.
look at gold. Oh, guys, I never even tell you guys. This setup I told you guys on gold yesterday. The exact thing happened. I told you guys to watch out for this area as your TP, and it actually came and touched this place exactly and reversed back to go and hit stop loss. And look at the confirmation. We actually got the confirmation at 0.618. Those that caught it, congrats. Actually made lots of blues from this trade here. Anyways, let's take a look at gold. Today's another day, so let's look at another analysis. But I think I'm going to keep our range. Let's see. Why is this one? Okay, if we're looking at the most recent market structure, I'll say gold has shifted a bit. Let's look at the 4-inch. Okay, a lot of bullish candles on the 4-inch. So I feel gold is actually shifting a bit because the bullish candles are becoming much and stronger. So let's go to the 1 page and let's go to the 1 page. But honestly, the bias is still bearish because it's still under this place. It's still under this low. I mean, this higher, this lower high. So the bias is still bearish. But then on the 1 hour, I think we're having to have that shift. We're starting to have it. So let's analyze this critically. Yeah, I told you guys to watch out for this area because we had the break of structure. Let me put it like this. We had this whole retracement, impulsive move. Then we had kind of like a consolidation there. Then we had a break of structure. Do you understand? So at this point here, structure shifted. And then we had the retest and then the continuation. Do you understand? But then the thing that is confusing me now, yeah, if you look at this critically, you can use this place as your what? Higher high. As your higher high. Because now if you're looking at, as your higher low, do you get? Because this market shifted to an uptrend. And in uptrends, the most important part to watch out for is for the higher low. So this is going to be my higher low. I am not going to use this point here, this area here, because this area really do not, I will not consider this okay, this is tricky, because this is a range. Sorry guys. Feeling kind. Maybe it's because I'm stretching my head. But if you look at this area here, I wouldn't call this, okay, this is a range. Yeah, let's call it what it is. This is a range. Let me change it. This is a range. That's a range. So now this can be considered a low. This can be considered a low in the range. This area here can be considered a low in the range. And price have actually broken. Let's change to line and see. Okay, we have a shift in the structure. If you look at this critically, we actually have a shift. We actually have that shift. So this is the shift. We had the break of structure to the upside. Price came. It's more of like accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. Do you understand? For those of you that are familiar with that stuff, we have the accumulation here. That's this range. Then the manipulation at the top here. Do you understand? Price fixed that it was going to the upside, and then what came inside the range and what broke it to the downside. So now we've had that manipulation. The distribution now has started. Do you understand? Now it's how to catch the distribution that is the problem. How you up on that sell? That's the problem. And I'm afraid the sell has passed. Because if you look at it on the lower time frame, it's something I need to go too many things to factor in. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, And then we broke structure to the downside. So this was our neckline here. This was our shift and our neckline. Price has already come towards retest the neckline. So I think for me, the sell has passed. I don't know.
Sorry,
Yeah, for me, the entry has passed because this sell is going to last till at least here. Do you understand? Before we see any reaction, and to jump on it, I think it has passed. Except you want to wait for this break and then the retest.
No, I'm just asking because I'm already in. Like I was in this morning, so I just wanted to confirm.
Okay, yeah.
And thank you for it.
Okay.
Your analysis made me come back to break even on my account. So I'm actually good. Thank you.
No worries. Any other pair you guys want me to take a look at? I can see we have new members today. AG, thank you for gracing us with your presence. AG. Okay, someone said BTC. Okay, let's take a look at BTC. Wow. You guys want to put me in trouble?
BTC is basically talking to everybody that I told you.
You guys want to put me in trouble. BTC.
Jesus.
You guys want to put me in trouble. Take a look at BTC. I'm staying away from BTC. I've been staying away from BTC ever since. It's I don't know. It's like when you are doing rehab, staying away from it. It's not loading. Let's take a look at this. Okay, I'm not going to stress myself with BTC. Yeah? They have already notified me that we're running out of time. I have 10 minutes remaining. So on the 4H, we are bearish. It's as simple as that. You can see the structure. We had lower high, lower low, lower high, and then we have created another lower low here like this. So let's jump to our own H and see if we have anything special. And then let's jump to our own H and see if we have anything special. But that's our 4-hour H. Yeah, on our on our own H2, we're bearish. So we have this stuff here. Lower high, lower low. So now let's drop our Fibonacci range and see. See, I don't even know whether Fibonacci works with BTC or this is my analysis. I'm just doing how I feel with the market. And you can see that this structure that was broken is actually inside a golden ratio. So you can watch out for price. You can watch out for price to come there. And if you want to go aggressive, you can take the sell from the 0.61 and the stop loss just above the 0.7 and target this low here. Or if you want to be conservative, you can wait for price to get inside this area and then you see whether it will give you any confirmation on your entry time frame. That's basically what I have to see on BTC. It might not happen because we know, I don't know, BTC doesn't, I don't expect it to obey the laws of technical analysis. So I don't know. This is just basically how I'll analyze it. But if you ask me, am I going to gamble on this trade? No. BTC has a lot of factors inside too much for me to rely on just on my technical analysis. I think anything crypto, you need inside information. So, guys, AG, I'm still greeting you. Is AG not hearing you? Okay, so guys, is there any other pair you guys want me to look at? Any other pairs? Okay. Without any other pair to look at, I think we've come to the end of this session. Like I always tell you guys, keep an open mind to the markets, with the markets, because anything can happen. That's the only thing that's for sure. So be flexible with your analysis, but then be rigid with your trade management and risk management, as you guys understand. Always break even when you have substantial profits, and always take partials, pay yourself. You guys understand? Over time, you're going to be profitable. Don't worry about any one trade that's what is a loss. trust the strategy and believe that after a series of trades, you're going to be in profit. So that's just that. And take care of yourselves, guys. Have a very peaceful day, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow same time. Thank you all for attending this session, guys. See you guys later. And please, one last thing. If you want to watch the session, you can check it out on my YouTube. I always drop the YouTube link. And then you can follow this, you can support this movement by following the page on Instagram at 123_forex. That's 4 then REXX. Let me drop it in the chat section. 123_forex. Yeah, on Instagram. Good. And then you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can like the videos, anything you want to do. So that's the page there, 123_forex. And you can follow me too personally if you want to follow me too personally. You actually see it on the 123forex page, DJ_. Just like that. So thank you guys very much. And if you want to reach me, you can DM me on Telegram anytime. I always answer, and I always love having you guys. So once again, catch you guys later.